We have a great first responder partners. Actually, it's in Jackson, New Jersey, and it's been going great. We have done the POCs with them. They give us feedback all the time, and they're a great partner. And of course, we keep on looking for more partners. But our relationship has been great with our first responders.
Yes, so we've actually used first responders that are a combination of those actually on the defense bases and then around them in the communities. So Barksdale is a good example where we have Barksdale and Bossier City. We have Dayton, Ohio, Wright Pat, fire chief, who's been involved a little bit. And so with them, they've been giving us the kind of their ideas and desires, and especially because they have challenging environments. They have buildings, metal, rough perimeters, and they also have coordination problems between the public responders and a base responder. And so that has been really helpful to give us some good insight into what their pain points are.
Yes, we're working with Arvada Fire in Colorado. So they are actually the first responder partner to Team Through Sight. So we have interfaced with them on the training facility and also the user feedback that we get on the sensors and the user interfaces that we're developing right now.
So I've been a career firefighter paramedic for the last 23 years. And I was very intrinsically motivated to help solve the problem that we're seeking to solve here at FRST, because it's a problem that I face every day on the job.
Yeah, so I do have a first responder partner. His name is Michael Melton. And yeah, so we interact through call. He is in the West Coast and I'm in the East Coast, so we'll have to do everything virtually. And he's been super supportive, giving us some ideas and some feedback because he knows the market and we have the technology, so it's a great collaboration.
Absolutely. So our first responder partner was the Illinois Fire Service Institute. They're based out of University of Illinois, Central Illinois, which is where we started the business. Since then, we've now onboarded 8 fire departments who have pre-ordered for an advisory board of about 14 fire chiefs, fire captains, lieutenants, and firefighters to be part of this. And we just recently onboarded TEEX through the Safe Tech Summit as another first responder partner on this as well.
So you're probably getting lots of good advice.
100%. Everything that we've built is because some fire chief somewhere told us to do it. We're merely just the engineers that put it together.
So our interactions with first responder partners have been very critical throughout our entire development process. It was a long customer discovery process, really identifying the needs of first responders. As we got to a point where we had a prototype to show, is handing off robots to first responders, getting their feedback, handing off for longer term pilots to get their feedback. Their feedback has really driven the design of our product as we move forward. We have 3 ongoing pilots with different departments across the U.S. We get feedback from them regularly. We're always continually reaching out to new fire departments to get their feedback and open to additional pilot partnerships as well.
This is my first foray, our first foray into working with public services, first responders. It's really encouraging to see how eager they are to technologize their problems, but also, everyone's been very rooted in this is what's working. I don't want to throw it away. How can we take what's working, learn from it, and make intelligent progress? So I've appreciated those conversations.
Sure, indeed. We're working with the Western Fire Chief Association, which we think is a really great partner because it represents multiple fire departments. And our engagement with them is, we're telling them about our solution now and getting feedback about the issues that they see where there could be potential problems and what the needs are in the sector. And in the future, we're expecting to give them a prototype to let them actually use it and run some trials.
Yeah, so our company was created 1 year ago, especially to secure first responder in intervention. So we already have a French partner to develop our solution, to make tests on the field. But now we are looking for the challenge for a US partner to have more feedback and also to target specificities of US markets and adjust our solution and our development.
Yep, so Zapless 1M with University of California, we have partnered up with Orange County Fire Authority. And Orange County Fire Authority is like a 20 minutes away drive from our campus. And then they have been providing a lot of very useful feedback for in order for us to develop our system and then also in order to shape our technology towards their user experience.
We have a first responder on the team, and That is somebody that works with the fire department, that works with Ike, and so we have intimate knowledge of the systems and the way that firefighters work and what they need.
So like I mentioned earlier, we originally started working on this technology and applying it to law enforcement back in 2015. In 2017, several of our first responder team members had come on board, and we very quickly realized that while there is a need for it in the law enforcement space and there are use cases, firefighting had a much more immediate and a much broader use case for this type of technology. So we had already kind of proved out our first generation prototypes, and we knew the technology worked. Starting in 2017, we immediately pivoted into the firefighting and first responder in general space and started working on defining a more automated and more hands-off system so that the firefighters can outfit themselves at the beginning of a shift, forget the technology is even there, and then go about their normal operations without needing to constantly reconfigure it, recalibrate it. It just works.